Hey everyone, this is the last big module of the semester. This is for weeks 12 through 15, and this will focus on the proposal essay written in the field of education, which is applied sciences. So we're continuing with the APA format, and I'm going to read through this. This particular assignment, the proposal essay, is considered to be your final exam for the class. So it is weighted a little heavier, and but you do have, a rough draft in there to help balance that as well. So for your reading assignments, I provided a definition here from Wikipedia, just what the definition of applied science is, and of course education falls under the applied science field. Here, what are applied sciences? This gives you a list of all the different types out there. And then I've got a couple PowerPoints here that I'll need for you to make sure that you read through, you look through. This one is about proposals specifically, and then this one is about the parts of the actual proposal. So you'll need to make sure you look at both of those PowerPoints. Essay resources. Here's a sample student proposal. This was given to me, again, with permission of the student. And again, it's not without errors. There are probably some errors in it, but I wanted to provide it because it was a good essay and it did show a really good example of proposing an idea or a solution in the field of education. And it's in correct APA format. So this will give you a good idea of what the whole entire essay should look like, how it should be formatted, and then what the reference page should look like as well. I've also provided a sample article here that is in support of one of the topics that you guys get to choose from, is that the community college would benefit from offering an athletic program. It's Western Piedmont specifically because you have CCC and TI, and then you've got CVCC that do and have great success with it. So this article gives a really good example of some support for this proposal. So you can kind of get a good idea for that. Proposal essay template. There's my favorite thing in the world right here again, is a template. So you can click on this, and we'll look at it in just a second, and use this as your guide, and literally type in your essay on this page. And just again, make sure you erase my template instructions as you go along. APA resources, again, this is the link that I have copied over from each of the two modules before this to understand or know anything and everything all APA. And then for the writing assignment, you have a proposal plan sheet here. I'm going to click on this because the instructions are inside for this essay. So you've got the proposal assignment, and then you've got the plan sheet. So look at the assignment first, and this will give you specific instructions for what this proposal should look like. Okay? A proposal is a persuasive document. You're trying to sell an idea or a service, or you're really trying to change someone's mind. Okay? They may be unsolicited, which means nobody's asking your opinion, but you're going to give it to them anyway. Or, someone may request a proposal idea. Okay? So you're going to write a formal, persuasive proposal addressing a need or a problem related to the field of education. Okay, there's tons out there, but I have narrowed it down and given you some choices. This proposal should revolve around an education topic, about what's going on in education, a need on college campuses, or a major problem in public schools that needs to be solved. And then you have to offer a better idea or alternative. Your primary audience will be the decision makers of whatever topic you choose down here. So you have to make sure your audience is very specific. I'm not your audience for the proposal, even though I am your teacher and I am grading this. The audience needs to be who would be making the decision about your proposal idea. All right. So down here, I've given 7 topics to choose from. Okay. Western Piedmont should have a child care center on campus for students and faculty. That's always a good one. Standardized testing should be removed from all public schools, but should be replaced with another form of assessment. You can't just say, let's do away with standardized testing. You have to have some form of assessment to replace it. And there's tons out there if you research it, alternatives to standardized testing. And then you've got sex education in the public school systems should be reformed, and then tell how and why and what changes need to be made. School lunches need to be revamped in the public schools. Tell why, tell how they should be revamped, what the changes should be very specific. Number 5, Western Piedmont should have a competitive sports program with basketball, football, volleyball, baseball, etc. And, give the reasons why it would benefit students at the college, why it would benefit the college itself and the community. Number 6, metal detectors should be installed in all Burke County schools for safety reasons. If you're proposing that, you're going to obviously explain why and how to make it happen. And then number 7, Burke County schools should adopt the year-round school concept. Explain why you feel that way. And give solid, sound research to back up your choice. So you have 7 choices here. You have to choose from one of these. Okay, choose one. And then you'll include all formal elements of the proposal that's outlined in one of those PowerPoints that I just showed you a few minutes ago. It says in Blackboard right here, but it's actually in Moodle. We changed from Blackboard to Moodle years ago. Make your proposal as persuasive, believable, complete, and professional as possible. You don't use contractions. You don't use first person. You want to make sure that you are as professional in your wording as possible. Think formal writing here. The ability to demonstrate that you can write an effective proposal can only enhance your career options, because you will definitely have to have formal writing in probably most fields that you go into. So this report should have a title page, introduction page, at least 3 full pages of discussion, and a conclusion page. And of course, the very last page is your references. So this totals about 7 pages, but don't freak out because these are short pages, except for the discussion section. And I'll show you the template in just a second. Let me change this to Moodle while I am here. Okay. And 4 to 5 sources are required. And again, use the WPCC databases. Now, for this type of assignment, it may be difficult to find specific sources in the databases. I would recommend that at least 2 of your sources come from the databases, and then if you find others, you can use online sources, because the source that I gave you an example of in Moodle is actually from an online source. It's not necessarily from the database. So you can find some really good sources and newspaper articles and things like that that pertain to some of the topics that I have listed. But again, if you use online sources, you will have to use like Citation Machine or EasyBib.com to generate citations for it. And that can be difficult, and you have to compile information on your own to make sure you have a full citation. At least in the databases, it does it for you. That's one thing I really love about the databases. This should be double spaced, 12 font, Times New Roman, 1-inch margins. Again, this is an APA essay, and all sources listed on that reference page must be cited within the essay. Okay, they must match up. So again, no credit can be given if there's not an attempt to cite the same sources in both places. If in doubt, contact me. Here's the organization of the proposal. Use the template I provided in Moodle. Definitely use it. You'll have the title page. This tells you specifically what you should have on the title page. Your introduction page should be about half a page. It should be on its own page. Discussion section, at least 3 full pages. Okay, and then you've got your conclusion, which is about half a page. And again, your reference page, which will include your 4 to 5 sources in correct APA format. Use the APA cheat sheet. Remember, no first person or second person, no contractions, no personal experience, and cite all sources in correct APA format. Now, let me go to the template. I'm going to save that real quick. Okay. And here, let me go back for just a second. Let me show you the template before I show you the plan sheet. the template right here, proposal essay template. Okay, and it is set up for you, ready to go. You go up here and type in what your shortened version of your title is in all caps. Page number's already here. Then fill in this information. Then you've got your introduction, which will be about half a page. You've got your discussion section. Make sure that you break it apart into separate sections and headings like you did with your report essay. It's so much easier to do that when you can break it apart. Like, for instance, background information on the topic. Give your background. What's the problem or what's the need? Explain the problem or need that you're discussing. What is your topic and what do you propose happen or change? What are the benefits of the proposal? Steps to make it happen. They have to know how to make it happen. You can't just say, I'm going to do this, and then not tell how to make it happen. So then you've got your conclusion, which is about half a page. And then you have your references page. Okay, so use this template. Now, once we've looked at the instructions, we've looked at the template, let's look at the first assignment, which is the plan sheet. And if you click on plan sheet in here, all this is again, fill in the blank. And this will be, you click right here and just type in answering the question. What specifically are you proposing? And then describe the current situation, then describe the proposal in detail. You know, like if you're talking about sex ed reform and why it should be reformed, here, give the current state of sex education, what it teaches, and then describe what you want to happen with that it needs to be changed and this needs to be added. So you're going to go through this proposal guide and plan sheet and just answer the questions. Save it, and then you'll submit it to this assignment link. Okay? So then you have the proposal first draft, and that's due November 22nd by midnight. Again, if you click here, the template's in here, the instructions again are in here, but just please understand, no late work can be accepted. I have very limited time to grade because I have 6 different classes and I am grading constantly, and I really do set these due dates for a reason, so please submit on time. And then just give your best effort, make sure it's complete, and just as if you were submitting the final draft, because this grade is averaged in with this grade. Now, this particular module is broken up by Thanksgiving. I don't give work to be due over Thanksgiving, but feel free to work ahead and go ahead and get that final draft completed once you get your feedback from the rough draft or the first draft. Okay, so this is the proposal unit serving as your final exam. If you have questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. Thank you.